Alright, everybody, I am back for what will be a it's gonna be one of those wacky it's gonna be one of them wacky announcements, but it has to be done. Um, if you read the description, I need to um, um, I need to do some modifications to the staffing of TBH because apparently the way it's looking, I think I made a mistake on some of the people I've put as
What you
co-owner.
see is what you get.
You know what? Let me change that audio. Give me a minute. Um, I know
Look into the llama.
I feel like I made a mistake with some of the people I've put as co-owner. Um,
Does anyone else feel transparent?
no. But I have. It's actually gone downhill, and TBSH has been falling apart lately due to the lack of poor staffing, not doing their jobs properly in the bad way. So I'm actually trying to get everybody on Instagram. Um, because TBSH is falling apart. We already lost one person for good. Um, we're down one player now. Um, Breaker left. And thing is, he won't be able to participate in the tournament in 2021 um, until the second round because Doomsday actually signed him before we even started. So Breaker won't be able to participate in the tournament until round two. Um, but again, the main reason I'm doing this live stream is again because I need to do some changes to the staffing. And what I mean by staffing is who I'm going to put as co-owner and who I'm going to put as leader. Um, because I've noticed I actually feel like I made some bad choices on who I wanted as co-owner, even though I'm legally responsible for the whole team. Because before Sway passed away, he put me in charge when Sway first introduced this team, like 4 or 5 years ago. And the only thing that I was kind of confused about is why was I the only one put as co-owner. I don't know if Sway saw something in me that he actually thinks. I mean, it's like Sway had. It's like Sway has more confidence in me than anybody else, obviously. Um, which really was interesting but because I never been a co-owner of a team, but he helped me. But since now he's gone, I'm still gonna have to be. I don't know if I'm still co-owner. I don't know. I would have to ask Sway's wife if. I mean, obviously, from what I learned before Sway even passed away, is that not only he was or the owner, but I actually think that his wife was co-owner of the team. But sadly, I have not gotten in touch with Sway's wife. Me and Sway's wife needs to come up with a solution for the team to make it to a point where we don't have to deal with any more arguments and fights and all that because there's been a little bit too much fighting Actually, more fighting than anything else. And it's just to a point where I'm getting tired of it. Yes, I actually caused a few fights. I'm not, I'll admit it. But, the rest of the fights that's been going on was not caused by me. And I am going to say this. I almost shut down TBH because of it. But I'm not going to do that because, I made a promise to Sway that I'll keep TBH running if he dies because Sway's been, Sway dealt with stage 5 cancer. Um, but, right now is actually a bad time for me to even bring that up because Louise and Mars's grandmother's actually got stage 4 cancer right now. And the grandmother's set for a surgery on the throat on January 6th. Which I think, if I'm not mistaken, that'll be on a Friday or Saturday. Because it's actually it's on a Thursday. Because the first, January 1st is on a Friday. So it'll be on a Thursday for the surgery. I've been praying all night. I've been crying all night, trying to figure out how is Louis and Mars going to go through this. It's going to be very difficult. Because as you all know, 2020 has been like the worst year ever. And actually 2020 outbeats 2011. Obviously. Way passes that. Because 2011, if you guys remember April 27th, that I actually mentioned, I think it was last year, when Alabama had that tornado outbreak, it killed 252 people in one day, and all that was in Alabama. That actually beaten, well, along you also had to have, you got to remember the Joplin tornado as well, but 2011 beaten any other year until 2011 or until 2020 when you had the virus going off, and now you have people dying from cancer. 2020 is going to go in the book as number one worst year in history. And I do not like saying that. Mars told me that the surgery that their grandmother's going to have on the 6th should help for at least 8 months. But the only problem I'm going to end up having on that is 8 months is just too short. Because after 8 months, it's probably going to come back and it's going to do worse damage. Their grandma is suffering, but you know what? She's a fighter. I just wish I was, a Superman with superpowers to heal their grandma. Anyway, I don't like removing people from co-owners, especially for a team that I'm responsible for. Because yes, I'm responsible for all the fights that goes on on the team. But I feel like I made a mistake on picking certain people as co-owner. Because some of the people are actually abusing their powers, not doing the job properly. If there was a fight, I would, try to calmly tell them to cool it. But some people, excuse me, some people just jump in and start talking, smack and, kick them out or something. And I'm not going to tolerate that. But I'm trying not to be mean. But but if I had to if I had to make a change, it's gonna be hard. Um, everybody in TBSH is actually my family, and I don't like to do this, but I have to protect the team from any more fights. Okay. Um, I don't know, you guys. I mean, it's kind of hard for me. And okay, okay, my battery's somewhat kind of charged. It says battery high, but it's not. Um, but um, man, if I could I'm trying to figure a way to make the changes without causing more mayhem. Excuse me. Um, I'm gonna reset the co-owner in the leader list and start from scratch. Um, so so the people that were leaders and co-owners will be wiped off, and I'm gonna have to redo it. But I'm gonna have to make a lot of. I don't like doing it, but I have to. It's not for me; it's for the whole team. Um, um, Now the thing is it gonna probably cause a lot of drama and a lot of fighting once after I resetted the what do you call it? Yeah, because I like I said, I'm just trying to do what I think is best for the team, and but I might have to make changes again. Probably, I don't know. Hopefully, I don't have to make any more changes. But give me a quick second. Now, what I'm gonna do, you guys, is that in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna take me a shower because I actually need to get. I smell like I don't know. I don't want to say it, but I actually like to smell like mint. I actually used to smell like lavender, and now I'm gonna start smelling like mint because it's really good. Anyway, so excuse me. The thing is, I actually made a couple of ideas for the co-owners of the team. Um, even though I, even though there's one person or two people from a different team that's actually in our message group. Um, but you know what? I am gonna say this before I even make these announcements, and I am gonna say this right now. If anybody that's on our team leaves, then our team is gonna get eliminated from the tournament because the CEO of Haunted is also a tournament official, for what we do. And she said if any player of any team leaves, we could either get a DNF, which means do not finish, or DNQ. Well, we qualified, but or DNC means do not compete, but mostly a DNF. And that would mean that we would probably end up getting kicked out of the tournament because of it. So once I make this announcement, nobody better leave the team. Because TBSH has been in the tournament I don't know how many years straight now. And I'm not going to have that streak end. Yes, we have some strong teams in the tournament in 2021. We had like 4 teams, I think, that had 7,000 points. We had one team with 9,000 points. The thing that really started this whole fight, there were some fights that was breaking out because some people were claiming that one team had aimbot hacking and cheating. Well, you know what? There was no evidence. Now, I am going to say this as well. That one team that one of our players was accusing the other team of those things was Doomsday. Doomsday is actually really strong. I mean, I don't even think we're going to beat them. If we do, it'll be a shocker. But you know what? Even if we don't win the tournament, we have put up one hell of a fight. But you know what? I actually do want us to try to win this for Louie and Mars's grandma. And Sway. Haunted actually got eliminated from the qualifying round because they only had like 4,000 points. But here's a shocker. Haunted actually finally got some of their strong players back, and they ended up winning or got like 5,500. Yeah, they made it in. Now because Doomsday made it, 2 teams actually backed out of the tournament. So it went from like 22 down to 20. Which I don't know why. But I'm going to make a couple of... I'm going to actually start with the co-owners, obviously. The first person I'm going to assign the co-owner honors to is to the CEO of Haunted. Haunted Lexa. Haunted Lexa will be one of the co-owners. Another one I'm going to assign the co-owner honors to is to Mars. Even though she probably won't be on much right now until probably after the 6th of January because of what's going on. But, Now, the reason why before I get any farther, I'm gonna give you guys a couple of reasons why I made these two so far. Because one, Haunted Lexa is actually more mature when it comes to using the powers. Mars, I don't even think has ever been a co-owner. But I am going to say this. Mars is like Lexa that does not tolerate any of this BS. Um, Now, the next co-owner honor I'm going to give out is from another team. Which is kind of odd. But I'll get to that in my next update or next live stream because I'm going to take me a shower in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to have to make this quick. But the next one is going to be Team Haunted. Team Haunted, Team Haunted has been really friendly to some of our players, including me. When Team Haunted failed to qualify, I was trying to get them to join our team. But that didn't happen. Sadly. Because I told Team Haunted they can join our team whenever they want. They says it was up to us, but it was actually up to them. But then they actually end up getting, get a chance to do like 10 matches or something like that, and they end up making it in. So, but I'm gonna make Team Haunted as a co-owner. But for this kind of thing is gonna be for the group chat on Instagram. Let's see here. I have about 3 more minutes, so I might have to give out some more co-owners right after I get out of the shower. But anyway, so far, Haunted Lexa, Mars, and Team Haunted have the ownership. And believe it or not, I actually have 3 more spots left. So, and I'm going to have to do this in a special way. I'm going to have to have, a lot of people auction or do an audition to see how they do. Because we have until January or December 31st. And I have until then to come up with 3 more spots. Because if I don't, then it's going to have to be down to only 3. And 3 is not enough. So, anyway, I'll be back in about, 15 minutes or so, if not a little longer. Because I have to make sure I'm really clean. Don't ask me why. Tomorrow, just to let you all know. So, yeah, I had to get that out. But I'll be back.